Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here on Full Throttle Television. My name's Brody Hanna. Beside me to boot tonight, Richie Coy. And Richie, we got some short track racing action happening here tonight. Under the lights at Martinsville Speedway, we are setting the Championship 4 for next week at Phoenix. Should be a lot of fun to watch this one develop tonight.
Yeah, we're at one of my favorite, if not my favorite racetrack on the circuit. I love this place, a little short paper clip, as they call it. And yeah, what a wild place to set the field. So we have a huge playoff battle going here to set that for. But yeah, I'm excited. Yeah,
it looks great under the lights here tonight. This paper clip, this little short track, it's kind of flat too, and it's got a lot of character. As actually, after the updates to the track, a little more character into turn 3. Could be a trouble spot with that bump going into 3. Let's look at our track analysis here. Race info for Martinsville. The Martinsville 200 tonight. It is a little flat paperclip looking track there. Long straightaways and tight corners. And they look the same 1 and 2 to 3 and 4. And this is one of the more, I guess, symmetrical tracks because they are very similar in both corners. But there are little intricacies, little differences that these drivers are going to deal with through the different corners.
Yeah, and you're right. It looks really symmetrical on track, but it does run quite a bit. Well, for me, quite a bit different. 1 and 3, you enter completely different, and then the exits of 2 and 4 are a little bit different as well too. But mostly the same. We got 7 degrees of bank. I know it looks flat, but there's actually 7 degrees of banking out there, and you got the concrete in the corner, asphalt on the straightaway, so that even makes it even more unique of a track.
Yeah, it should be a fun one. Again, 200 laps. The stage caution will come out at lap 50. The big story coming in tonight, though, Richie, is the points battle, the playoff points. After Ryan Chapman got his win 2 weeks ago, didn't have a playoff winner last week, and so tonight it's all about who gets in that, the first 4 positions here. And I'll say it looks like Ryan Chapman's in good shape. Nicholas Moreau's in good shape. Actually, I don't know why it's not showing.
Actually, we did have a playoff winner last week.
We did, Michael Blackner, actually. So our playoff grid is wrong. So move Michael to the top, but that battle around the cut line is really close. This is not even accurate point total. So anyway, we'll have to look at that. But anyway, it's going to be a tight one between J.P. Burns, Brendan Polt, Jonathan Atkins, and I think Robert Malikian. And then you got Wyatt Huntley's in pretty much a must-win situation.
Yeah, so I think that the actual current one has Wyatt actually point total wise. He can't even, if everybody just didn't even show up tonight, he didn't have enough points that he would be able to make it through. So he is absolutely in a must-win. But everybody else, everything's up for grabs.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll switch to the C-season points here, which should be right. Brendan Polt comes in with a slim margin over Justin Gann. I didn't even see Gann on the track, so I'm not sure he's even here tonight, but he is right there on the heels of Polt. You got Ryan Chapman up there trying to steal that away. Nicholas Moreau, our Season A champion there. You got Casey McMullen as your top 5. Those guys fighting for supremacy over here on the C-season side.
Yeah, and I do not see Justin Gann here, so this will be the second race that he's missed in the C season here. But Brendan Polt is leading the C season points here, but is on the cut line to not make the playoffs. So how weird is that?
Very, very interesting. Again, there was a 1 point difference, and I can't show it, but there's a 1 point difference on the cutoff line showing right now. I think J.P. Burns was in by 1 point. Brendan Polt was out by 1 point, and then it's like 8 points back to Atkins, and then about 16 points back to Malikian. So that's kind of the picture we're going to kind of look at. It's going to be interesting to see how that develops tonight, and those guys have to be on pins and needles trying to figure that out and make sure they get the points they need to move through.
And I've seen Jonathan Atkins at the track, but he's not in the truck, and he has not qualified yet. So hopefully he can actually get in the truck here and make it on track as they are gridding right now.
Interesting. Our schedule is also showing that Talladega hasn't made a play. I don't know. I got to check my files to make sure that's worked. But anyway, Martinsville tonight and then Phoenix next week, and that'll end the season. for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. So anyway, as they grid up, let's kick it over to our starting lineup tonight for the Martinsville 200. Are we going to work? There we go. On pole tonight at Martinsville, starting from pole, the number 10, Ryan Chapman gets it done, sits his truck on pole here at Martinsville. The second place is going to go to the 15 of Nicholas Moreau. Starting P3 is one of the championship contenders. That is JP Burns in the number 99. Fourth spot for Wayne Grassi. Great run for him in qualifying. Fifth place is going to go to Ben Tracy in the number 03. And to his outside in row 3 is the 43 of Lewis Meglin. Starting P7 in the number 24 truck, that's going to be William Lark. And joining him on that row is going to be the number 40, that is TJ Bartell. Ninth spot's going to go to the 36 of Dave Nestor. And 10th, rounding out your top 10, is the 16 of Robert Malikian. Starting P11, that is the number 44. That is Barry Kramer. And to his outside in 12th spot, the number 11, Tony Solari. Starting 13th, the number 33, that is Aaron Satcher. With the 71 of Brendan Polt starting 14th to his outside. Starting P15, the 66 of Derek Catt. 16th is going to be Joseph Burgess in the number 90, making his return. The 77 of Noah Nicholson will roll off P17. 18th is going to go to the 28 of Casey McMullen, new number for him tonight. 19th is going to go to the 22. That is Michael Blackner. 20th for Kyle Milliken in the number 42. 21st for Mason Hoffner. Donnie Batiste rolls off P20 and 21st. And last is going to be Jonathan Atkins in the number 57 if he makes the grid.
And so far, I have not seen him get back in the truck. And just to update, Ben Tracy, who is scheduled to start 5th, will be starting from pit road tonight. So, because of a penalty last week, so he should be able to make up that pretty quickly here at Martinsville.
Got Tony Solari rolling to the. Something happened to him in turn 1 and 2 there too.
EOL.
Okay, so he is all right. So he's rolled to the back as well. As they finish the first of their 2 pace laps here around Martinsville Speedway. Should be an exciting night of racing here, guys. If you will just settle in and enjoy a little short track racing action tonight from the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. I'm sure it's going to be a little hot and heavy up front as these guys want to control the pace here tonight.
Yeah, and stage points are going to be key for those guys that are fighting on the cut line and trying to make the playoffs here. So we'll see what they can do.
Yep, you got Ryan Chapman.
Ryan Newman.
Ryan Chapman starting over front in the 10 truck. Nicholas Burrow on his outside as they roll through 3 and 4. Pace cars off. They roll around to the start zone. Getting ready for the green flag here at Martinsville Speedway. Green flag is out and we are away.
Great jump from the 15 on the outside there, but I think Ryan Chapman's going to clear him and take the lead down the backstretch as the 99 of JP Burns is trying to stay underneath the 15 here in 3 and 4.
Be interesting to see if they can use that outside lane tonight. It's been kind of tricky here. I've seen some trucks get a little loose, a little sideways using that outside lane. Not as much rubber on the outside as there is on the inside, so we'll see if this guy says they end up 3 wide off turn 2 already. Oh, and he turns at the 40. TJ Bartell in the 43 of Lewis Meglin. Bartell around now, Meglin around, and caution is out. Three into one. 3 into 1 does not work here at Martinsville. Off turn 2, it looks like Meglin got a little high through 1 and 2, and coming off 2 is kind of a funnel there. They just kind of funneled together. Unfortunately, contact between the 43 and the 40.
Yeah, it looks like the 43 actually missed the corner staying high. And you're right, to just funnel down into 3. 3 into 1 does not work very well here at Martinsville. However, you don't get a ton of you. Well, you can get quite a bit of damage here, but mostly on an incident like that, you're not going to get a ton of damage, so you can just lick your wounds and move on there.
Let's look at our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay here and see exactly what happened. Lewis Meglin coming off the corner side by side with the 40 there hard to see from this angle. Let's see, we should be able to see from here. As he comes off turn 2, you got the Carl on the inside, Carl on the outside, just not quite. It looks like maybe he touched the wall off the corner as well and bounced over into the 40. It's right on board. It'll give us the best view, I think, of the 43 here. Coming off the corner. Just tight racing.
Yeah, and I just watched TJ on pit road. His crew looked at it, said, "You're all good. Get back out on the racetrack." I don't think he was in there for less than about 6 seconds. So
yeah, there wasn't much. I don't think there was much damage had there.
But I'm watching Lewis Meglin going down pit road right now, so we'll see how long he's in the pits for. But yeah, like I said, you can get a wreck like that here, and here goes Lewis Meglin back out again. He's less time or about the same amount of time. So
well,
not a lot of damage.
And the thing is too, I mean, it's Martinsville. There's not much error to be. Oh, I say that we had issues before with the damage model where a little damage meant a lot. Hopefully, we've got that mostly resolved here. But there's not much error to be had here at Martinsville. Hopefully those guys will get it fixed up and get back out there and be competitive. So they are 2x2 once again, though. We're getting ready for a restart here. Early caution is going to bunch everything back up, and Chapman and Burns on the front row now. And Burns, Burns needs something special tonight, and I'm sure Chapman, being locked in, is well aware of that situation.
Yeah, we can pick it up here as they're coming through here for the green flag.
All right, they come to the restart zone, getting ready for the green flag. There it is. Chapman launches, and we are green once again.
I was going to say that Chapman, after he won 2 weeks ago, said that he was going to do everything in his power at Talladega to get his teamate to win. Is he going to have that same mentality tonight?
We got another truck spun around. Dave Nestor in the number 36. So another quick caution here. Didn't even make it down the backstretch.
He was running like 6. Same.
Let's go back and look at our best one. Turn on the Cure instant replay one more time. Going up the track just a little bit. Comes off the corner. Looks like Dave checks up a little bit. And gets running from behind. What is that?
33 of Aaron Satcher. But it looks like Aaron Satcher gets hit by the 71. So, yeah, just another guy missed the corner there going into 1 and 2 on the start.
These guys need to be giving. They got to give more room. There's a long race to be had here.
Yes, and we're already on it. We're not even, 10 laps in here? Yeah, we're not even 10 laps in. We've had 2 cautions here for 2 guys kind of missing turn 1 and other guys not giving space. So hopefully we can go ahead and get that sorted out and they can get this fixed. Jonathan Adkins has joined the race, but he is 5 laps down.
So he is. At this rate, though, he might be able to get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I don't know if he got the lucky dog there. I wasn't paying attention. But he is the only car a lap down at the moment.
We've got a couple trucks on pit road. The 28 of McMullen is on pit road, along with TJ Bartel. I'm sure TJ's fixing damage, but not sure what the issue is with the 28.
Same with the 22. He was on pit road last time as well. Actually, there's a bunch of guys. Tony Solari, Ben Tracy.
Well, I know Solari had a little damage from that first incident. Maybe getting that fixed. Maybe the same with the 28 of Casey there. Either way,
I'm looking at Ben Tracy, and the back of his truck is all bent up, so it looks like there was a run in there.
Well, we are
2x2. Pace car's off.
Pace car's pulling off. We're going to go back racing here at Martinsville. See if we can find some rhythm here and get it going as Ryan Chapman's going to roll through there. Now Nicholas Moreau on the outside as they come off turn 4, waiting for the green flag. There it is, and we are racing.
Yeah, Ryan with a great jump there going into turn 1. Hopefully everybody can make it through turn 1 here with no issue.
Ooh, see Wayne Grossi throwing a big block here.
Big block.
Oh, and he gets in the back of the 24, looking in his mirror and not out the windshield, turns the 24 around. And there's another caution. We went from racing to pacing.
Oh boy, and this is a big one too. There's a lot of guys that caught up in this one.
Again, I don't know if it's a full moon or what, but these guys have lost their heads early on here.
Oh, tons of checkups and everybody into everybody here. This is a typical Martinsville accident right here.
Well, let's go back and look at our best one tire auto carry instant replay. Yeah, he just dives off into the 24 there, and then the 44 gets caught behind all that mess. You're right, there were trucks everywhere there.
And I know that purple truck of the 57, I'm sure was, biting it because as the lucky dog candidate, if he touches anybody, he loses that lucky dog. And he did not touch anybody. And look, now he's only 4 laps down, going to be 3 laps down.
There's a parking lot down there at one point. Who's it, the 77 that kind of drove through that really quick and got a lot of damage off the wall, I believe. Let's look and see what happened here, the 77. Yeah, he gasses up trying to get by and just gets clipped by the 24 and smacks the wall. Probably got more damage than if he did just slow down there. But, of course, some of those other guys got run over slowing down. So,
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, I don't know really what you could have done differently there.
Yeah, the 24 was just an innocent bystander going in the corner there, and then he got himself some spun, as I heard the other night.
Okay.
Got himself some spun.
Casey picking his way through this ordeal here, and let's see who else we can watch. Let's run aboard the 7 here. He just sends it off into the corner.
And I got to tell you, I saw a bunch of guys actually stop, and that was the best thing you could possibly do in a situation like that.
Let's back this up.
Right, we're actually pace car is off. We're about to go back green. We got Ryan Chapman and JP Burns on the front row. Now we have Moreau and Grossi on the in row 2 there.
All right, 3 and 4 entering the restart zone. We're going to go green flag racing once again. From pacing to racing, can we get some racing done here?
But we made it further the last time. We actually made it down into 3 and 4. Let's see if we can make an actual lap here in the green. So far, so good.
Hey, we made it a lap.
Here we go, our first lap. All right, now we can start getting a rhythm going here. We got Ryan Chapman has pulled out a little bit, a couple car lengths on JP Burns with Moreau in close second there, close third.
Yeah, you got Wayne Grossi back there in 4th, and this is the battle for 5th we're watching. The 71 Brendan Polk gets around the 16 at Robert Lincoln. Here comes Satcher trying to take that away as well. So you just get Freight Train there on the top lane. The bottom lane's kind of the preferred line around the corner.
Yeah, we got, and this is kind of something that can happen here at Martinsville. You get a nice little train going here, but that's when you can kind of set into a rhythm and maybe make some green flag laps here. Maybe we can get to the state. But Jonathan Atkins is 3 laps down. However, he's now got 2 guys in front of him that are a lap down, so he's no longer going to get a free pass. So he's going to have to work for it.
It's going to be a battle all night for him to make those laps up. But if you're going to pick a track to do it at, this is going to be one of the ones you might be able to pull that off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jim Hoffner, he's going backwards, going the wrong way. Here comes Ben Tracy by him in the 03. And Hoffner's going to slip to 13th 13th spot.
But these guys keep changing numbers on it.
Caution is out again. We have another spin back there at the back of the pack.
That would be the 44 Barry Kramer.
He's trying to get turned around there, trying not to pull into traffic, and
that could be very tough here in Martinsville.
let's look at a replay here to see what happened to the 44 off of turn 2. He just loses it on his own right in front of the 24 there. Just kind of gasses it up, and it comes out from under him.
And poor William Lark, who was the victim of the last caution, had nowhere to go and kind of slowed down enough that he just barely hit him.
What was that?
So William Lark hit the 44. William Lark would have gotten the free pass. But because he didn't, he hit the car. Jonathan Atkins goes next in line. Put Jonathan Atkins now 2 laps down.
Was that Casey McMullen? It slid by. Yeah, what's this? We're on board with Casey McMullen. Oh!
Yeah.
That was a good job dodging the 44 there.
Hold your brakes, hold your brakes.
Yeah.
Hold your brakes, hold your brakes.
I mean, the 24 was knocking him down in his path, so he got by just before that happened.
So that's a double whammy on poor William Lark there. The fact that he got a little nose damage from that and lost a lucky dog because of it.
Yeah, if I'm William, I'm not super excited about what happened to put him back there. I'd just be honest with you. I'm not really sure where the 7 was going in that situation.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure either. I'm not sure the 7 was at that particular point. Like I said, I think he was looking more in the rearview mirror than he was at the windshield, unfortunately.
Yep. I agree. But now you just pick up the pieces and make the best of a bad situation. That's all you can do. They are double filed, though. We're getting ready for a restart. The 10 of Ryan Chapman continues to lead, albeit under caution most of the time. Nicholas Moreau second. J.P. Burns, Wayne Grassi, Brendan Polt, your top 5 that come to the restart zone. And he fires off, and we are green once again.
Ooh, Nicholas got a little bit squirrely on that restart with some of them with the old tires on the truck. So J.P. Burns, and now Brendan Polt is going to put himself into third.
Yeah, Polt up 11 spots right now. Trying to take over third, and does. So a good climb to the front with the green flag laps we have had. A good climb to the front for him.
Back behind this, there's some 2 wide racing there.
Yeah, that's Noah Nicholson, Derek Catt, Lewis Meglin, Kyle Milliken.
Looks like Noah Nicholson looking underneath Meglin down the front stretch here.
Yeah, Noah
did a nice crossover move there.
He's trying to claw his way back towards the front after getting some damage repaired. Truck still looks like it's got plenty of speed, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, we're only
He almost lost. Sorry, he almost lost it there in 3 and 4. He got on the gas and it got all squirrely on him, but he hangs on to it. Just loses that track position he had on the 43.
What I was going to say was we're 30 laps into this race, right? And there's more trucks out there that look like they have damage than there is trucks that don't have damage.
There's probably more trucks with damage than not. And you're right, we're only 30 laps in, so they need to pace themselves a little bit here.
Which I guess we have a caution coming up at lap 50 for the stage, so let's try to make it to the stage, guys. Looks like the 67 got a little high in 3 and 4, leaving room for Dave Nestor, and I'm sure Ben Tracy's going to try to make it in there as well.
Watching Kyle Milliken in front of these guys, he's got some pretty good left front damage. I can see his tire poking out there on the left front.
That'll make it turn better.
Yeah, front is still 43 throws a little bit of a block there. 77 right on his bumper.
Back there, I'm looking at Dave Nestor did make it by the 67 of Mason Hoffner. Now Ben Tracy trying to fight his way underneath the 67.
42 off the pace, off 3 and 4, or off turn 4. It's allowing the 43 and the 77 by.
Out front, still Ryan Chapman, J.P. Burns, Brendan Polt, Nicholas Moreau, and Wayne Grassi, your top 5.
There's your lead battle there. Good bit of space. Battle for third might be starting to heat up. Brendan Polt and Nicholas Moreau. Pretty close here.
Ooh, Nicholas loose off the corner. And for me, that's the key here in Martinsville, is be able to get off that corner with as much forward bite as you possibly can get without getting loose. And that is the challenge. Ooh, Nicholas in the wall.
Yeah, almost like Brendan Polt touched it a lap before there.
Watching Ben Tracy, I think. Yeah, Ben Tracy got new tires, I think. And he's made his way past the 67. He's made his way past the Dave Nestor, and now he's working on the 66 of Derek Catt.
Close race to get
for
in
12.
the corner there.
Ooh, Derek Catt in the wall a little bit out on coming off the corner there.
Oh, he's up the track. He's spinning. That's going to be another caution. The 66 of Catt around into turn 3. I'm stunned.
So they talk about what's that?
I'm stunned. How many cautions
talk
have
about
we had
seams.
before 50?
I believe this is our 5th caution.
I'm gonna need a more.
So
I need a stiffer drink.
Yeah, we're gonna have to break the Tito's out.
Well, let's go back and look at
the
60s.
You talk about seams. You talk about seams, and as you watch the replay here, Martinsville's got its version of seams here too, and that's the seam between the concrete and the asphalt. And you never want to get tires, one on concrete and one on asphalt, and the result is exactly what you're going to see in the replay here.
Yeah, you're right. He split the left side tires on concrete, right on asphalt. And generally speaking, the right side, the asphalt has more grip. So when you split it like that, you're only using two tires are going to have more grip than the others. And anytime you have that offsetting grip, you're going to have an issue.
Right, exactly. And that's what ends up. That's why I said you don't ever want to do it there, because it splits the grip so much. You either want to get all 4 on the asphalt or keep all 4 on the concrete.
Well, it's been so far so good for the 10 of Chapman. He's led every lap here so far tonight, as we are on lap 41. We're running out of laps before the stage.
Yep, and I think Barry Kramer got the lucky dog this time. But we had a lot of people on pit road, whether they were fixing damage or doing, trying to flip the stage here. I think Barry Kramer got the lucky dog. He should have.
He is still on pit. There he goes. He's rolling. We're getting the signal getting side by side, lined up for the restart. Lap 42. Again, we're going to 50 for the stage. So if we get a quick caution, we might get a restart. But if these guys get within 45, lap 45 or beyond, that caution will be the stage. So.
Yeah, we do within 5 laps of the stage. If we get a caution, that becomes the caution. So let's make it to the stage. 2 by 2. Here we go again. Ryan Chapman's on the outside.
Yeah, so apparently Ryan chose the outside here on this restart. It's going to roll way around the top. Getting ready for the green flag. There he goes. He launches. Green flag is out. Trying to help his buddy JP, I think, stay in second position here, or get second position. That's going to be a tough one, though, as Nick's going to hang on the outside. The battle for second is on.
Yeah, and I think that was the plan, was to try to keep the 99 on the bottom. But the 15 saying, no, not today, boys. We got a caution.
Oh, we have a caution. Mason Hoffner. At least Mason was involved. I think William Lark involved again, too. Did he get his lucky dog?
He did not.
Okay, well, maybe he stopped. I don't know. Let's look at our best one tire auto care instant replay. Mason Hoffner going in the corner. Contact with, I believe,
Batiste.
Okay, with Donnie Batiste there. Jeez, oh geez, guys, what's going on? He just sells it off in there.
Here, I think, is what's going to happen is that nobody's going to get the lucky dog because the 57, the 24, and the 44 were all had contact going in that corner. And I do believe this is the stage as everybody is coming down. Every one of our leaders is coming down pit road.
It should be the stage. It should not be the stage.
Everybody's coming down pit road. Let me go. I can go verify.
All right, so there's your caution there. We're verifying whether or not that was supposed. Well, regardless if it's supposed to be the stage or not, apparently, I don't know.
I do have confirmation that the admin did call this as the stage.
All right, well, so much for lap 50.
But it just gives us more excitement in the second half of the race here that we can watch some good racing going on here. Got the 7-7 of Noah Nicholson now, and Derek Catt in the 65 and the 66 are your front row. Are going to be your front row now. Chapman is all the way back in 10th. So yeah, so you had 9 guys stay out, and our leader before the stage is now in 10th spot. So this definitely flipped the script on us.
Yeah. Looks like, are we extending the caution now?
It looked like we did extend the caution.
As the 24 is back on pit road.
The lights are out though. We're going green this time. All right, Noah Nicholson, the 66 of Derek Catt, 28 of Casey McMullen, the 03 of Ben Tracy, 36 David Nestor, 43 Lewis Meglin, Kyle Milliken in the 42, Mason Hoffner in the 67, all did not pit and are lined up 1 through 9 here.
Yep, Noah's going to bring them down here. We get the restart here. Green flag is out, and we're racing once again.
And we got guys on different tire strategies here. Noah Nicholson pitted on lap 24. Derek Catt in the 66 is not pitted, but a lot of people behind them have pitted on lap 46 with fresh tires. So look at Ben Tracy to the outside of the 66.
Yeah, and he overshoots the corner just a little bit, loses a little bit of ground. That brings him back to Casey McMullen in the number 28 machine with Lewis Meglin right on his bumper.
And he's looking underneath him down the backstretch. He makes that pass. Oh, Casey McMullen getting close there.
A little bit of contact, but they sorted out there. Here comes the 43 selling it off into the corner.
Casey giving plenty of room, and right behind them we got Ryan Chapman and Nicholas Moreau. Chapman to the inside for 3 wide going into the corner.
What? Oh, that's not going to work. 3 wide. There goes the Casey McMullen machine around. Caution is out.
I was just about to say, patience with the new tires.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back after this.
think he said clean it up.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's not happening.
All right, we're wrecking under caution.
What the fuck?
That went over.
No, I did not do anything.
Not sure who, why, what happened. I would like to apologize on my shitty Verizon internet into turn 3 on that 3D restart. I saw none of y'all and didn't know where any of y'all were. I am sorry for my shitty Verizon internet.
All right, back here at Martinsville Speedway, picking up the action here after a extended caution. Some things need to be handled. We are back green flag racing here as Noah Nicholson continues to lead. The battle is on for second, though.
Yeah, Ryan Chapman and Nicholas Moreau running side by side behind Noah Nicholson, and they have a 20-lap fresher tires than Noah Nicholson at this point.
Yep, they are starting to close in there.
No, Nick running the outside, but unfortunately went in a little too hot there and lost a lot of ground. As Aaron Satcher is in fourth place with Rain Grossi in fifth. All those guys on fresher tires. Wayne actually on the freshest tire of the bunch.
Yeah, Brian Chapman's got to find a way around the 77 here as the 15 starting to hound him now from behind. But you're right, Aaron Satcher, Wayne Grossi right there in the top 5 as well.
Ryan Chine the outside. Nicholas diving in on the inside. Woo! Saw the hole.
There was a hole there as Ryan sees it last minute. It's going to have to leave that room now as Nicholas Moreau is going to fill that gap.
Now they're side by side again, just like they were a couple laps ago, except this time reversed. But Ryan with a great drive off the corner, pulls ahead.
All right, Ryan right on the back bumper of the 77 once again. A little bit of fade to the left, but not much as the 10 rolls in there. A little contact as the 77 hold him tight on the inside there.
Down the backstretch they go side by side. Is Nicholas going to try to drive in there? And he does. So put the 77 fighting for his life here.
Yep, he's on a tire disadvantage here. That's going to allow Nicholas Moreau to roll through. He's going to take second, but Noah smart to kind of cover that off and pulls back into third spot to kind of get back in line.
Now, if he holds on real good, he can, the tires will start to equalize a little bit, and he can kind of stem the bleeding and stay in the top 5 here. He'll be good for the rest of the race. Just want to give a shout out. I'm looking, not so long ago, the 11 got a lucky dog. And he's all the way up to 6th place. So put Tony Solari almost in the top 5 here.
Yep, Tony Solari up to 6th spot right now, right behind Wayne Grossi having a good run too in 5th. Right behind him is JP Burns, though. JP's the one that has the kind of, well, let's see, who's he racing? He's racing
Brendan Polt.
Brendan Polt, who had those issues.
Oh, wait, nope. Sorry, you're looking at, I thought you meant in the actual standings.
Yeah, that's what I mean, in the points. As he's racing.
Oh, yeah, Brendan Polt
and Jonathan Atkins, who are both those guys are multiple laps down at this point.
Yeah, Atkins is 2 laps down. Brendan Polt is actually 3 laps down. He was part of that extended caution that we had. So big shake up in the points here.
Absolutely.
In fact, actually, I'm watching Jonathan Atkins and Brendan Polt running right behind each other on the racetrack, but right behind them we got Ben Tracy and Dave Nestor and Batiste fighting it out there. Donnie Batiste in the 65. Oh, Ben Tracy gets loose.
Oh, and that causes the 36 to get tagged from behind. Caution is out. That was Donnie Batiste gets into the back of Dave Nestor and turns him around off turn 2.
I don't want to be looking at guys if they're going to keep doing that every time I look at them.
Let's go back and look at that once again from up high here. You see the 03 get sideways in front. Dave slows down, the right thing to do, and he actually keeps from making contact from the 03, but unfortunately, from behind, Donnie, not enough time, and he gets in the back of the Dave Nestor machine, turns him around.
Got a bunch of guys going down pit road. 77, 99, the 42 is on pit road. Who else? Ben Tracy's on pit road, the 67, 66. So a lot of guys taking this opportunity to go ahead and get that 4 fresh tire.
Yeah, we got at least 2 different pit cycles going on here. You got the 77 and friends, the 99, the 03, some of the other guys on a pit strategy, and then you've got the leaders who are now on a different strategy who stopped there at the stage. Ryan Chapman, Nicholas Moreau, Aaron Satcher, Wayne Grossi, and Tony Solari, and Robert Malikian as well.
Yeah, and this happens all the time at Martinsville because the tires do tend to last a decent amount of time here, and nobody wants to pit and has the opportunity of going to the back of the pack and having to work their way forward. So track position is key, and you keep that by not pitting. So.
Yeah, so Ryan Chapman.
I don't think anybody. Go ahead.
Ryan Chapman continues to lead here with Nick Moreau out front, Aaron Satcher, Wayne Grossi, and now Tony Solari, your top 5. Again, those guys that pitted at the stage are going to stay out here. So we're going to have a little flip-flop of pit cycles.
And now it becomes who pits last and has the best tires at the end of the race. And you're going to see that these guys fight back and forth all the time here. Noah Nicholson actually is lining up. I was about to say he's a little ahead. All right, so he's lining up 8th, I think.
Yeah, he's 8th spot. And, so you try to play this from the back, the end of the race forward, but the problem is you don't know when the cautions are going to fly. So we'll see what happens here as they come down to the restart. Pace car is in. Ryan Chapman leading. Green flag is out once again here at Martinsville.
Good jump by the 10. 33 working underneath the 15 going into turn 1. He's rolling the bottom, but the 15 is going to have a good run off the top. They're side by side for second place going down the backstretch.
Side by side for second. All right, Aaron Satcher continuing to put the pressure on the 15 of Nicholas Moreau here. Nicholas he gets a good launch off the corner, but Aaron has that preferred line right around the bottom.
And right behind them was Tony Solari, moved his way from the 6th spot up to 4th place here. Ben Tracy back there in 5th.
Charging the entry of the corner there.
He would be the leader of the I just pitted last brigade. Now I sound like Tony.
Brigade?
Squad. There, I'm going to call it squad.
The squad. Here comes Ben Tracy to the inside of the 11. Tries to sneak inside of Tony there. Tony's going to race him off the corner there.
And this could be one of the frustrating parts about Martinsville. Somebody like Ryan Chapman, who has a fantastic truck tonight, but if he doesn't have the right pit strategy, you can end up losing this race just because you're not on the right pit cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about timing, all about when you choose to pit and track position.
Oh, and having a good truck also does help, but yeah, you can lose it just as much as you can. Oh, Kyle Milken. It looks like they kept.
Oh, we got another. Yeah, who's that sliding into the corner?
That was the 67 of Mason Hoffman.
And there's the caution. Finally, we get a caution out, and I don't know who that's on. And I don't know why J.P. Burns is on pit road.
What just happened? I can't keep up.
Let's go back
J.P.
to our
Burns.
Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay. What?
Oh. All right, so which you got to keep me up on what we're looking at for best one tire.
So much going on. First, we're going to look and see what happened to the 43, I guess, or the 42. I'm sorry,
42.
Kyle Milliken. Watching him through 1 and 2, coming off turn 2, gets sideways. Ooh, and he clips. Is that?
Yeah, that's J.P. Burns.
No
so you got to watch
way.
J.P. Burns. Yeah, he clips his teammate J.P. Burns, who hits the wall and breaks the right front of the truck.
So contact right there with J.P. Burns, hits the wall, goes down the straightaway, goes into turn 3, will not turn. Oh my goodness. Disaster for J.P.
Yeah, he hits just on the right front. It must have broke a tie rod. And he got down to turn 3, just can't turn, and then towed back to the pits.
And while all that's happening, we saw Mason Hoffner go sliding into turn 3 after this. All this happens behind him. We go into turn 3. He's trying to throw a block on, Jonathan Atkins. Jonathan sends him off into the corner. Yeah.
There's not much more you could say about that. That looks like exactly what happened. Looked like Mason literally chopped down on the 57 going down the backstretch, and the 57, the 57 got in the back of the 67.
Unfortunately, catch Michael Blackner up and all that because it says 67 so deep he catches the 22. But the real caution, the caution is because J.P. Burns broke the right front and could not turn, sits in the middle of 3 and 4, and the caution's out. Man, and that's playoff implications.
So now Michael got caught up in that with the 67, but because the caution hadn't come out yet, that contact didn't count, and Michael Blackner actually got the lucky dog, so he is back on the lead lap. What a strange couple laps that was, right? Or strange couple laps that was.
What a strange race this has been. Stressful.
All right, pace car is off. We're going back to green. You got the 10, the 15, the 33, the 03, 7, and the 16. Here we go.
All right, Ryan Chapman's in the lead once again. The 15 in a row on the outside. Green flag is out. And we're off and racing again.
All right, and again, this is where patience comes in for the guys that have new tires. Can't just be running over guys. And I just got word that J.P. Burns has exited the 99 truck and the 99 is out of the race.
Man. And he was the one in good shape. He was the one in
he was the best besides Nicholas Moreau, but this is going to be, we're going to have to see what the points look like after the race because it's going to be too close to call.
I mean, Jonathan Atkins and Brendan Polk were racing for a position there too.
Yes, but Jonathan has never been able to get past 2 laps down, and Brendan is 3 laps down, and they're in 16th and 17th right now.
Yeah, Jonathan's going to need to beat, I think, Brendan by about 8 points.
Well, and
keep on top of whatever he got for stage points too.
Right, and keep in mind that Robert Malikian is out there, and he has a possibility at this too. I don't remember. I think he was a little bit further back. I think maybe 16, 17 points back. So I don't know if he has a good night, it's going to be close.
True.
And he's 7th right now.
I think it was like 16 points back of the battle at the line there. So he's going to have some work to do, and really going to have to hope those guys stay back there. It's doable, but like I said again, I don't know who got stage points there. The stage was called earlier than it should have been.
Yeah, we didn't actually get to see who finished where, so I don't know exactly who got what. But we'll have to see after the race where it's at. It's going to be close, I know that. Oh, the 16 gets in the back of the 7. I'm watching the 7, the 16, the 11, and then the 57 and the 71 are running. They're, again, a lap apart, but they're lap cars. Right now, the 42 of Kyle Milliken is in the lucky dog spot. Up ahead of them, the 77 just got by it. Aaron Satcher, so put the 77 up to 4th.
Which in the battle for second, Ben Tracy all over the back of the 15 in Moreau now. Again, those fresher tires, he's trying to find a way around. Looking to the outside, not quite able to stick there coming off the corner.
Yeah, and Ben pitted on lap 79, and Nicholas and Ryan pitted on lap 47. So the tires are quite a bit fresher, kind of like the Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
If you want to call that fresh, yeah, that's
What are we on, a delay? Was that a delayed response?
Well, just
Ben Tracy to the outside.
Oh, we got a car around. Noah Nicholson into the outside wall. He keeps it going. We stay green, but he's got a lot of damage. He got his rear quarter. There's the rear of his truck's missing. Oh, now he finally spins around. That damage caught up to him, and caution is out.
I had gotten back just to see his tailgate bouncing down the racetrack. All right, so this will give Kyle Milliken back on the lead lap.
Let's go back and look and see what happened to Noah Nicholson to start on this. Backing up. I saw him in the wall in the back. Oh, he just loses it. Goes into... Oh, my goodness. He carried way too much speed in that corner. What was going on there?
That, and then again, he started the turn with his right side tires on the asphalt and the left side on the concrete. Yeah, he just missed going into three.
Was he trying to drift that corner?
I don't know.
I mean, he
All right,
enters that
so
corner
split.
way too fast.
So we split Ryan Chapman and a whole bunch of people. Wayne Grossi, Malikian, McMullen, Meglin, Blackner, all on pit road. Ben Tracy, who had made his way past Nicholas Moreau for second, is now taking over the race lead with Nicholas Moreau, Aaron Satcher, Tony Solari, and I think that's it. All stay out. So big shake up here.
Top four stayed out. Tracy, Moreau, Satcher, and Solari. And all those guys a lap down are like, guys, I wish you just all would pit so I can get a wave around. Because you got Jonathan Atkins, Brendan Pohl, Dave Nesters, Derek Cat all sitting back there wanting to get the wave around. But these guys are all pitting at different times, and they aren't able to cycle to the front.
Yeah, and that's frustrating as the guy lap down. They're like, yes, everybody's going to pit. And then there's one or two guys or four guys that don't. And you're like, dang it. But I think Robert Malikian actually almost went a lap down and is going to get a penalty for leaving a closed pit, which would be, I think, the end of the longest line.
Another one of our playoff guys. And we're going to have some with penalties. We're going to have some that missed it because of accidents. It is just all chaos right now. And I can't wait to see when we get to Phoenix what that's going to all look like. It's going to be chaos.
Somebody missed it because of a baseball game.
Yeah. Base car's off. Ben Tracy leading. Nicholas Moreau second. As we come through 3 and 4, getting ready for the restart. And green flag is out.
Ben Tracy takes off. This time, Nicholas is going to be able to slot back into second as Aaron Satcher and Tony Solari fight for third, and Ryan Chapman with fresh tires right behind him.
I tell you what, Ryan better watch out. Gets too many penalties. He's going to end up missing the championship race because of penalties.
No, right now he's working the outside of Aaron Satcher. And he's got 20 lap fresher tire. Yeah, about 20 lap fresher tires.
Yeah, it was close to Aaron Satcher right there on the quarter panel, but they make that work as Ryan completes that pass.
Nicholas still out there running on tires from lap 47.
Shows the track's position is really important here.
Absolutely. Ryan Chapman look underneath Tony Solari down the front strut. Moves to the inside and takes over third spot. And as the leader, Ben Tracy's like, come on, guys, make it a bit harder for him to come back up here with them new tires.
Yeah, he's making it look pretty easy here as he's working around now, trying to do the outside-inside move here on Nicholas Moreau as they head into 3. He's going to look to the inside here.
Behind that, we got the 7 of Wayne Grossi trying to work his way underneath Aaron Satcher in the 33 for 5th. As Ryan does take second.
And here he comes on the lead. The 03 of Ben Tracy holds to the outside. Ryan Abram
Open up the door for Nick.
He did. Here comes Nick to the inside of the 03. Oh, there goes the
03
03
is up.
around. Ben Tracy spins off into turn 1. Caution is out.
Oh, he just got his right rear up on the asphalt.
Yeah, not much
The
for
lap
me to
that
add
you-
there.
You lose the lead going into 3 and 4, and then you go down into 1 and 2, and the truck spins out on you. That's about as bad as a lap as you could possibly have, unfortunately, for Ben Tracy there.
Nicholas Moreau going to take this opportunity to come down pit road, as well as Casey McMullen and Michael Blackner. Lewis Meglin also going to hit pit road. Noah Nicholson as well. Didn't know Noah was still out there. Here comes William Lark, several laps down, going to come to pit road as well.
I'm fairly certain the 66 is going to be the lucky dog here. Yes.
So Derek Cat gets one of his laps back.
All right, we got a bunch of guys on pit road, a couple guys lapped down. Derek Cat was your lucky dog. All right, so we have what? We're at lap 117, so we're past halfway.
Yeah, 84 laps to go. Yeah. Diane says, Will says, keep digging, to Ryan Chapman. So, Diane, thanks for hanging out with us. This monstrosity of a race we have going on here.
Wow, that's you look at somebody like Ryan Chapman or Tony Solari, who are going to restart on the front row here. I think they're thinking this race is doing pretty good. Even Wayne Grassi, who's up to third. So
when you got this many cautions, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You got this many cautions. This is not a good race. I don't care where you're running. These guys need to do better than that. But pace cars off. We're going to go back green flag racing here. And I'm sorry to the guys that actually are doing what they're supposed to do out there. This is embarrassing. But pace cars off, green flags out. We're racing once again here at Martinsville.
We are. Ryan Chapman takes a great jump, and Wayne Grassi going to look underneath Tony here for second coming out of turn 2.
Yep, battle on for second. Wayne Grassi, Tony Solari, side by side. Oh, here comes Aaron Satcher, Donnie Batiste. Donnie dives off in there.
Yeah, he threw it in there. And back behind him is Robert Malikian, who I think had that penalty on the last question and put him all the way up to fifth place.
One thing this caution has done is really jumbled things around just a little bit here. All this happening
it has.
All this happening behind Ryan Chapman.
It's hard to kind of keep track of who's yo-yoing up and down, but yeah, Ryan Chapman now has opened up a commanding lead. It's the longest lead or the biggest lead that we've seen over Wayne Grassi and Tony Solari.
Everybody's single file for the most part through the top 10 here. Only 13 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, Noah Nicholson is in the lucky dog spot back in 14th position. Side by side with the 22 and the 42 coming out of turn 2. Wow, that was lots of 2.
28 is side by side with the 42 now.
42 just got a lucky dog 2 times ago. Right behind him is Ben Tracy, who was leading and actually our last question.
Robert Malikian diving underneath the 65 of Donnie Batiste. He takes over that position and opens the door for Nicholas Moreau, who's going to kind of walk through there as well.
Yeah, Nick on some freshies. And he was out there with the oldest set of tires prior to this last question, so I'm sure he's thrilled to have a new set of shoes on there. And he's probably just trying to take it easy and not burn them up trying to come up through the field here, because he knows that they're going to... I have a feeling that the guys in front of him are going to pit one more time.
42, 33, side by side. Cal Milliken on the inside. Aaron Satcher on the outside.
And Aaron has not pitted since lap 47 either, so he's on some really old tires.
I'll tell you what, there are going to be some interesting conversations had after this race. That's for sure. Oh, the 03 just overshoots the... Oh, my goodness, causes a huge checkup. Moves the 24 up out of the groove as the 03 has a big moment going into the corner.
Yeah, the 24 has never been able to recover since that first opening caution. He's 5 laps down.
It's hard when you get behind the 8 ball there, and then you get more and more guys going 1 and 2 laps down. You just never have an opportunity to get those laps back.
Yeah, Jonathan Atkins was hot and heavy getting them laps back, but he's been stuck at 2 laps now for a good majority of the race now.
Meanwhile, the battle's on for about 3rd, 4th, and 5th here. Tony Sawyer hanging on to it, but Robert Malikian right behind him. And there's Nicholas Moreau right behind him as well. Those guys got a quick car, but they're going to have to get around these cars that chose to stay out here in this latest caution.
Yeah, and the 16 stopped at lap 105, so he's got fresher tires. Well, he stopped the same time that Ryan Chapman and Wayne Grossi did.
Big battle back here. The 03 trying to get around the 33 of Satcher, the 03 of Ben Tracy, and the 71's right there as well. The one that had those issues and plowed through the field there on that restart.
Yeah, and he's been stuck 3 laps down after those incidents. So the 03 makes it. The 71 still trying. Behind him, we have Michael Blackner, who's going to be running for the championship next week.
I'll tell you what, though, the one guy that I think holds the key here might be the 16 truck. If he can just go up here and win this race, you can remove all doubt. You'll be one of the 4. And then it's probably going to be Nicholas Moreau behind you. If that happens, none of these other points or any of that matters. But he's going to have to...
That is true.
He's going to have to beat his tail. Oh, the 11 has a moment. Tony Solari loose into the corner.
So a lot of guys put a lot of rear brake into the truck here at Martinsville, and that's what happens when you put a little bit too much brake in the set of tires that are a little bit too old.
Robert Malikian up to 3rd.
So what does Ryan Chapman do when his teammate gets to 2nd and is basically in a must-win situation?
I got to think you would probably rather race your teammate in the playoffs. But who
Nick
knows?
with a run.
Yeah, here comes Nick to the inside. He's going to try to put Robert behind him and take that play away if they ever get around the 7 of Grassi here.
Yeah, Nick wants to put himself into the Final 4 with a win here at Martinsville, because that'll put him in there as well.
Hey, here comes the 28. Casey Mullen goes around the 11 of Tony Solari. Puts him up into the top 5 here. So Casey having a good run as Wayne Grossi drifts high. The 15 of Moreau gets by. So put Moreau up in the 2nd spot. Can he run down our leader, Ryan Chapman? He has got he's got a large lead, 4.8 seconds.
Yeah, he's checked out. But Casey's been creeping up here. He's pitted the same time Nicholas Moreau does. So he's got a good set of tires going here.
Shows his nose to the inside there. The 16 can't quite get there in turn 1 there. On board with the 28 machine.
I think he might have a run.
He does. Not enough, though.
I'm watching the 42 back in the pack, and he is struggling loose the last 4 or 5 laps.
Mullen finally gets enough of a run off the corner. The 16 got loose. He's going to be able to make that pass. Or is he? He should be able to complete it. He's got the preferred line and fresher tires. Rolls through 1 and 2 and takes that position from the 16 Malikian.
Actually, weren't we? Malikian. That's right. We were corrected after like 3 years that his last name is Malikian. Meanwhile, the 42 Kyle Milliken still having issues as he's fallen back to 10th place. So Michael Blackner right behind him trying to rebound from being a lap down early.
Blackner in the wall off turn 4 there.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Flesh looned.
Flesh wound. Come on, it's always hard. It's always hard for the guy going against you. You have such a good broadcaster voice. We get flustered.
It's decent, isn't it?
it's decent.
Oh, who was that? Michael Blackner hanging it out on the entry. I thought he was wrecking there.
I think he thought he was wrecking there too. Oh, Noah Nicholson up the track.
Yeah, Nicholson now up the track. On some of these lead lap cars by. Well, actually, one lead lap car, and then 24.
Yeah, he's 24 is 5 laps down, and Barry Kramer behind him is 4 laps down. So there's a trail of lap cars there.
And right behind them is our leader, Ryan Chapman, starting to catch the back of the pack here.
I want to give a shout out too, because in chat we got Richard Holmes supporting the number 10 with that branded country on it.
Oh, okay.
So
I did tell
it's nice
Ryan.
to see him come in.
I told Ryan to get those guys in here. I'd like to chat. Glad to have you guys on board watching us. Watching your truck out here leading too. Doing exactly what he needs to do out here out front.
Did we mention that Casey McMullen just made his way past the 7 of Wayne Grossi to put Casey up to 3rd?
He's been on fire as of late. He had a good run. Was it last week? What was last week?
Last week was technical difficulties.
That's right. So I guess it was 2 weeks ago. He was having a really good run up towards the front. Kind of ran. He qualified. It was at Chicagoland, I believe.
Right. Yep.
He qualified real well. Stuck around at the front. Ran real well the whole race and had a good finish. So doing another great job tonight, climbing his way through the field.
They got a big gap to Ryan Chapman now. Ryan's got a 4-second lead.
Ryan now in heavy traffic here. There's the 44 of Batiste. Rolls over, lets the 10 through. Next truck is going to be the 77 of Noah Nicholson, who's already a lap or 2 down.
Yeah, and he just put down the 36 and the 57. So Jonathan Atkins is now back to 3 laps down. Dave Nestor is now 2 laps down. Not sure what happened to Michael Blackner. He was trying to get by the 42 and is now back behind him a little bit. Richard says that he watches every week. So thanks for watching, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you. This has been a rough one for us, but appreciate you guys out there supporting us and supporting Ryan too. I'm sure he appreciates it. Always talks about and these trucks look good too. Whoever painted these trucks, man, they look good out there with your branded logos out there on them.
I'm watching the 16 and the 11 duke it out here for the 5th and 6th position.
Yeah, it looks like the 16 kind of lost the handling a little bit. Started getting loose off the corners and kind of fell back a little bit. Still hanging in there, but he had really good fire off speed. He just seems like he's fallen off just a tiny bit, as the 11 has as well. But it looks like the 11's hung on just a little bit better.
Now, I had thought that Nicholas might be able to close in the gap, but he's only closed in 0.2 of a second over the last 3 or 4 laps. So Ryan's still running really good lap times, even though he's going through traffic at the moment.
I got a task for you. I want you to go out there in the grandstands, or walk the property even, and talk to anybody. Find anybody that thinks this thing's going to go green to the end.
I'm going to save myself a whole walk.
Yeah.
And say, I'd love it too, because that would be really cool. And they're doing a fantastic job here. Since the last caution, this is a really long green flag lap, green flag run. Green flag run. Hopefully we can continue it. Actually, and I know somebody who wants a caution to come out. It's probably Aaron Satcher, because he's still out there on tires from lap 47.
Well, see, Lewis Maglin, because he's right here in front of our leaders, he definitely wants a caution. The 33 will want a caution. The Nick wants a caution to close up. And I think everybody behind Nick would like a caution. So I think there's only one guy out there that probably would like to see this one go green. And that's your leader.
Well, one guy out there and 2 guys up here in the booth.
I don't know. You want to see an exciting finish? I don't know.
Well, I could tell you that Nicholas is now farther back than he was when he broke out in the second, and he had just caught the traffic that Ryan had just worked his way through a couple laps ago.
There is a gentlemanly gesture by the 24, moving up out of the way and allowing our leader through. Of course, he doesn't have much to lose. He's multiple laps down, so he's not even fighting to stay on the lead lap, but the next pass might be a little difficult. The 43 and the 10, and I'm not sure those guys even see eye to eye at times. So he's going to be racing to try to stay on the lead lap. Let's see how this one works out.
Yeah, he might not give as much room as the 24 did. As I'm watching the 77 and 44 trade paint right in front of Nicholas Moreau as he's catching them to lap him. Nick drove in there deep.
I'm watching this leader. He's on the back bumper of the 43 now. Does he get a run off the corner here? Nope, still not there yet. 43's hoping for a caution any moment now to stay on this lead lap. He's going to wash up off the corner and give the bottom to the 10. Very gentlemanly of him, I believe. Yeah, it gives him plenty of room. Let's go back here and look and see what you were talking about.
Oh, that's passed. We're all good.
Oh, we got a truck around. Aaron Satcher around. Oh, and is that our leader? It is our leader. Know. He got involved in that as well.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much damage you got or what, or if you just spun sideways. I'm not sure. But Aaron Satcher goes around. Caution is out. And let's go back and look at our Best One Tire and Auto Care Instant Replay to see what happened here. Where's he at? Aaron Satcher. Oh. Gets loose off into turn 1. Slides sideways. Tries to save it. Turns back up the track. Oh, yeah. Contact from the 43 spins the 10 around. But the 10 keeps going. I wonder how much damage you got.
Yeah. I don't think he got much damage at all. But the 10 is on pit road. The 10 to 15, 28-7, 16, 11, 60... 03, 65 and 03. So the top 8 are on pit road right now. Do I hear 2 tires? Anyone?
Is the 10 going to stay and fix his damage if he got damage to the rear of the truck? Nope. No longer just to sit there and fix it and get out. This will handle.
Yeah, I'm not sure he had a ton of damage at all.
briefly hand the lead over to Kyle Milliken, but he's gonna pit here and relinquish it to the 10. What this will do, though, some of these guys will finally get the wave around because everybody came to pit road.
And all that yo-yoing back and forth of who's got the right pit strategy, all out the window. Everybody on the lead lap now has the same set of tires.
We have 33 laps to go right now, so everybody's good. Comes get their tires and fuel. It is a straight up race to the end now, but the 10 does see his lead evaporate here. I gotta wonder though, if you got some damage to the rear, how it's going to affect the truck we've seen all night tonight. When they get that rear damage, we saw the 77. He got rear damage, went into the next corner and spun out. So got to keep it out and see how it affects the 10 truck here.
I don't see any specific damage on his truck, but the best way to evaporate a lead is a caution.
Thank you, Larry.
All right.
Larry McReynolds. That's how Larry McReynolds there.
All right, pace car's off. Here we go.
All right, the 10 truck leads him down. Ryan Chapman trying to get this win here. Nicholas Moreau trying to snatch it away from him as they come through 3 and 4, waiting for the green flag to appear. There it is, and we are green. 31 laps remaining here at Martinsville.
Ryan out to a great lead. Nicholas right behind him, and Casey McMullen stays in third as Wayne Grossi slots in behind him. But the first two side by side is the 11 and the 16.
It's Tony Slaughter on the outside. 16 of Robert Malikian behind the 7.
You can roll the outside on a restart pretty good. Oh, the 16 kind of runs him up the track a little bit.
Up the track just a little bit there. It's going to put the 11 wide. 16 is going to take that position. Opens the door for the 03 Ben Tracy on the outside. Or on the inside.
And the 11 hit that asphalt coming out of turn 4 and bounced off the wall for it because of it. And the 03 of Ben Tracy makes his way by.
We'll see the short run speed of the 16 is going to pick back up here as he pulls back to the back bumper of the 7. Meanwhile, up front, Nicholas Moreau starting to close in on the, well, he was on the 10 of Ryan
Yellow.
Chapman, and we have another caution.
66. Be Derek Cat.
Go back, look at our best retired auto carriers to replay, see what happened to the 66. Coming out of turn 4, gasses it up, goes around, and backs it into the wall. Caution is out.
We got Tony's mom in chat, actually rooting for Tony tonight, saying it's her birthday soon.
Oh.
No pressure, Tony.
You probably don't even know. Just kidding, just kidding. He's running in 7th spot right now. He was a little bit higher there and lost a couple positions to the 16 and 33 there, or 03. I keep on giving him the 33, but the 03 of Ben Tracy.
Looks like the 77 is getting the lucky dog.
Yep, he's going to get back on the lead lap.
All right, so that is no more 1 lap down. Everybody else, the next one group is 2 laps down. That's Aaron Satcher, Dave Nestor, and Jonathan Atkins still.
Atkins still only one position ahead of Brendan Polt right now.
There's 2 more spots that he can gain because there's 2 people on his lap now. For the longest time, he was on his own lap.
He just come in and get those
Not
tires.
sure it's enough.
Dave Nestor, Aaron Satcher going to be on his hit list.
Hopefully not on their hit list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, the 24 has called it quits for tonight.
It's going to be hard to gain any more positions. So many people will lap down in front of you, and yeah, it's All right, well, the lights in the pace car are off. At least the lights on top of the pace car. The sun rays that come out of the front of the pace car are still on. And
They are.
we're going to get a restart with 23 laps to go here at Martinsville. Lieutenant Chapman continues to lead. Nicholas Moreau in second. McMullen, Grassi, Malikian. Your top five. They come to the restart zone. Ryan Chapman going to bring them down. Green flag as he gets a great launch off into turn one.
Yep. Nicholas Moreau slots in the Oh, what happened there?
The 16 washes up the track, cleans out the 03. They're almost 3 wide back there behind them. Kyle Milliken, Donnie Batiste. They're side by side up here for for fourth as well. Tony Solari, Wayne Grassi.
Yeah, Tony was able to shoot that gap when all that happened going into turn
Wide
one.
off the corner. Is it going to work? It almost doesn't.
I'm not sure what happened to the 03.
He washed up the track again, running that way outside lane. I don't think he meant to be there the first time anyway.
Meanwhile, up front, Nicholas Moreau, the closest he's been to Ryan Chapman since the beginning of the race.
I'm sure Moreau would love to win, but bigger picture, he doesn't have to. He's going to be in good shape going into Phoenix. Just hangs right there, but I'm sure he wants to put some pressure on that 10 of Chapman because he's going to be racing him in the championship for next week.
Well, I was just about to say is that these two guys are going into the championship next week, and Ryan's going to go in if he wins this race. He's going to go in having won 2 of the round of 3, 2 to 3 races, and tons of confidence. But Nicholas Moreau losing to Ryan Chapman and would be that. He's won 11, 12 races this year, and Ryan on his game, is that going to put Nicholas a little bit back on the confidence level?
Meanwhile, a couple of teammates fighting for third. Casey McMullen has it. The 11 of Solari wants it.
That's the battle of the number 1 at Furry Motorsports on the truck team.
And right behind him, the 7 of Wayne Grassi trying to hold off the 16 of Robert Malikian. Ooh, Grassi throwing a block. Malikian gives him the bumper into turn 3. He hangs on to it, but he's going to lose a couple positions, probably a couple more positions here as the 42 of Kyle Milliken tries to get in there. Can't quite get there.
Milliken sideways.
Now he's sideways.
Wow, that was a great save by Kyle.
And a great save by Wayne. So there's a couple good saves there, but this guy's giving it everything they've got right now. Meanwhile, the top 2 have kind of broken away. Ryan Chapman and Nicholas Moreau. The gap's about the same. Now we have a call.
03, Ben Tracy.
Let's go back and see what happened. Our best one tire and auto carrier instant replay. Getting a workout tonight. 03 of Tracy goes into the corner. Just overdrives the corner, gasses it up, slides to a stop, and that's enough for a caution.
I hear the best one tire and auto care is a fantastic company to work for, and great for getting your tires and stuff. So I'm glad we're giving them a lot of airtime tonight.
They are. I know we hear that all the time, especially from Kevin Ruff, one of our Cup drivers who actually works for Best One Tire, and he brags on them all the time about how great of a company they are. So great to have them on board and have them involved. And we've seen them active on the social media side of things too here as of late, keeping tabs on us too. So happy to have them on board. Hopefully they're checking us out on YouTube as well, and enjoy watching our product here. Like I said, we mention them a lot. Especially somewhere like Martinsville, they're going to get plenty of TV time.
And while you're there getting your tires at Best One, you could be sitting there waiting with a nice, cool Victory fuel.
You absolutely can.
What's that? What's that website? Is that drinkvictory.com?
It
Code
is. It's
FTSR.
drinkvictory.com. If you use code FTSR, you get 10% off your product there at Drink Victory. Support Victory Fuel. Support a great company. I know you're familiar with them as well. Great group of people. Great story behind the product too, and a great product itself. I mean, it's really refreshing. I really do enjoy it. So definitely you want to check them out. Maybe even get you a t-shirt or hat, but definitely check out some Victory Fuel. Very, very good stuff. Use code FTSR, you get 10% off. Victory Fuel is a proud sponsor of the Victory Fuel Cup Series here on Monday nights.
All right, we are double file here. What do we got? 10 laps to go. This is going to be a shootout here.
Ryan Chapman, Nicholas Moreau, mano y mano. Maybe a little bit more behind him, but you got Casey McMullen, Tony Solari, Robert Malikian. Your top five. Here's they come to 3 and 4, waiting for the green flag. We are getting down to it. 11, now 10 laps to go here at Martinsville.
Oh, Nicholas was trying to get to his outside, but didn't make it. But Casey McMullen drives in underneath Nick.
Yeah, Casey looking to the inside. Can't quite get that done. It's contact from the 11 of Solari there on the entry of the corner. They are stacked up in 3 and 4.
Lewis Meglin to the outside was able to pass about 3 cars in that after that stack up because the inside lane stacked up. He drove by them all.
Battle is for second, right, or for third right now, as Nicholas Moreau just cannot quite get to the 10 of Ryan Chapman. Need a mistake from the 10 to do anything with him. But the battle is for third right now. Casey McMullen trying to hang on to it. Tony Solari right behind him.
Man, there's a hornet's nest back behind these guys.
Here's Lewis Meglin up to 7th spot. Noah Nicholson behind him. Noah just recently got back on the lead lap.
Yep, running 8th, so pretty good from being a lap down back up to the top 10. Same thing with Michael Blackman running 9th.
Blackman back there, the 03 of Ben Tracy trying to roll that top back there.
Got 5 laps to go.
Back up front. Still about status quo. 10 of Chapman. You got Nicholas Moreau back there behind him, stalking him, but just not quite within reaching distance to be able to make anything happen here. See if he can pull anything out of his hat here on the last 5 laps here.
He just, we were talking about confidence, but he may just be at this particular point settling in, looking for next week, knowing that he's going to be locked in running second.
Starting to close in just a little bit. Meanwhile, Casey McMullen and Solari are nose to tail here.
Casey's number 1 at Fury, and Tony wants it back.
3 laps to go. Ooh, Nick had an issue off turn 2. It's going to take him out of reach right now. Trying to claw back. 2 laps to go.
Just got to hang on for 1 more lap to get to that white flag, and then doesn't matter who does what.
Through 3 and 4, are they going to make it? They do. The white flag is out. 1 lap to go here at Martinsville. Ryan Chapman leads. Nicholas Moreau tries to close in as they head off into turn 3 one final time. Nicholas throws it in there. Can't quite get there, but that's going to leave it to the 10. Ryan Chapman, your winner here at Martinsville.
Nicholas Moreau, Casey McMullen. I got to tell you, the racing that actually happened tonight was actually pretty good when you got to actually get to the racing part of it.
Yeah. It took us a while. We made it. Ryan Chapman scores another win. It ends up in victory lane here tonight at Martinsville. Martinsville 200 in the books for the victory, or for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. So you made me mention Victory Fuel, and that's all I could think about.
My job here is done then. Good night.
Ryan Chapman, I saw him knock the quarter panel off the truck there. Have to take a look at that inspection. Well, he burns it
I
down.
think he might be taking it off to give it to Richard Holmes or one of the guys over there at Brandon.
Oh, maybe.
But you're supposed to wait until after Tech Sport, going through technical inspection.
Yeah. Let's look at our results here for Martinsville. The Martinsville 250 in the books. Ryan Chapman, your winner. Nicholas Rowe finishes off in second spot. That's enough for him to make it to the playoffs, the championship 4. Casey McMullen finishes a strong third place, holds off his teammate Tony Solari there for third. Tony Solari does finish in fourth. Fifth goes to Robert Malikian. Sixth spot for Wayne Grassi in the number 7. A good rebound for him. Eighth spot for Kyle Milliken. Wait a minute, I skipped. 7th for Lewis Maglin. 8th for Kyle Milliken there. And I think Kyle and Wayne Grassi were discussing something after the race there, so let's follow up on that. Noah Nicholson comes home 9th after a up and down night for sure. After comes back from an accident. And Michael Blackner with the top 10, a good solid finish for him. He is one of our playoff drivers as well. I didn't mention him. He's locked in. He ain't got to worry about nothing. And he's probably glad he didn't have to worry about nothing tonight because it was a little wild out there. 11th spot for Donnie Batiste. 12th for Ben Tracy. 13th, Aaron Satcher. 14th for Dave Nestor. 15th goes to Jonathan Atkins, who finishes just one spot ahead of the Brendan Polk machine, number 71, and 16th. 17th for Derek Catt, 18th for Barry Kramer, 19th William Lark, 20th goes to Mason Hoffner, 21st JP Burns. Man, what a tough break for JP. You got TJ Bartel in 22nd in the number 40, and our final finisher is Justin Burgess in 23rd.
Yeah, and I think we're just a little too close to actually call who's going to make it into the playoffs at this point, except for Ryan and Nicholas.
Well, we know Michael Blackner, we know Ryan Chapman, we know Nicholas Moreau. We don't know that fourth driver. So we'll see how the points play out. But anyway, we'll come back after this break. We'll come back and talk to our top 3 finishers here at Martinsville, and we'll see what we can come up with. We'll do all that on the other side. We'll be right back after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Martinsville Speedway for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series Martinsville 200. It is in the books. Your winner is Ryan Chapman, getting it done here tonight. We're going to kick it over to our post-race show here, presented by Victory Fuel, and talk to our top three finishers here from Martinsville. Let's see if we can pull up our third place finisher. Look at old Casey McMullen. Casey McMullen, our third place finisher tonight in that new number 28 machine. I guess 28's a lucky number. You finished, I should say that. You've had good runs here lately as well. Finally in that top three and finally get to come in here and talk to us, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I was pretty excited to finish third, so get to talk to you guys.
It was an exciting race for sure. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was kind of rough out there. How did you keep your focus? How did you stay tuned in there? It ended pretty well. We had some pretty good racing there at the end, but you had to hold off the teammate of Tony Solari there at the end. He was right on your back bumper. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I was super tight. I didn't make an adjustment for the low gas, so I was just super tight, and he was faster than me. He gave me a lot of room, so I appreciate that. Tony had a good race, so I got lucky. I was pretty pumped about it.
I don't think it's luck. I really think, like, you've run well at a lot of different tracks lately. We brought up in the middle of the race how I remember back at Chicagoland, you qualified up front, you stayed up front, you ran up front, had a good finish. You really stepped it up as of late. What's the trick? What's going on? Maybe a little more practice, a little more focus, or is it just kind of getting back in the groove after being away for a while?
Yeah, kind of getting back in the groove, getting a little warmed up to my setup. So, a little bit more aggressive. I'm good tired of hanging out in the back. So, I tried a little different strategy tonight, got my track position, and then it was just hold on.
Well, it's a good motivator, and you did well. Playing that out, we were talking too about it. It's all about when you make that last pit stop, we thought, but then everybody came in there with about 40 laps to go, and everybody was on the same strategy. So, and it's weird how it plays out like that sometimes, but it is kind of a strategic move to kind of plan your pit stops and want to make sure that you're on the right strategy because you want to be up front when it matters. But when the chaos like that happens here at Martinsville, though, you can't really plan for cautions. You kind of just deal with what you're handed, man. But again, congratulations, man. Good run tonight. Solid finish for good for a good points night as well, because you're in the C season points in the top 5 there. So it's another great points night. So I'm going to hand you the mic to let you do your shout outs and your sponsor plugs.
All right. Sponsored by, who is it? Ray Bestis? Nah, they don't sponsor me. But anyways, I appreciate the guys, Fury Motorsports, Tony, you, Richie, Michael, and everybody else who works with us. So we've had a lot of fun tonight.
Well, I think you've maintained your number 1 position here at Fury in the Trucks. So over Tony.
He could have gave me the bumper, but probably about every lap. So yeah, I'll take it tonight.
All right. Well, awesome job, man. Congratulations. Enjoy it. We'll see you next week at Phoenix.
Thanks, guys.
There's your third place finisher, Casey McMullen, getting it done, holding off his teammate there at the end to finish third spot. Great run for him. And I believe, Richie, you are standing by with our second place finisher, the 15 of Nicholas Moreau.
Yeah, actually, I get to interview Nick now for I think for the first time. Usually it's Brody interviewing Nicholas, but Nick, great race tonight, man. Came home P2, just a little short there. You solidified your spot in the playoffs for next week. How you feeling?
Well, I prefer to talk with Brody if it's not against you, but
Oh my God.
oh no, I'm joking, man. So yeah, the race was it is what it is, but I knew that I just needed to finish in a good position to be part of the final 4, so at Phoenix next week. But honestly, I'm just not happy about how my computer behaved tonight, because it was extremely difficult to race. I'm not sure why. It's not like an internet issue, but it maybe graphic or something like that, maybe an update I got, I don't know, but it was so laggy, especially on every single restart. So I was like, I just need to, to not spin myself and not hit everyone else and be there because my points was above the line for money position, I would say. So yeah, so it is what it is. I'm not saying I would have beaten Ryan because his center up was just incredible. So I was not able to beat him from behind. But yeah, so the green run was good for me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and it was an up and down night for everybody, and during the middle of the race, everybody had different tire strategies going on. But for sure, Ryan was able to work his way to the front, but you were as well. Talk about coming through the field there with new tires. You were one of the few guys that had a lot of patience coming up through the field.
Yeah, but again, like I said, it was easier for me to be more patient because I knew from at that position anyway, I was for the final four. So I knew that the truck was faster than that guy behind front of me. So I was like, I was just wait and take the pass when it'll come.
Yeah, and you did a great job doing it. I think you were one of the few trucks that didn't have any type of damage on it that I remember seeing. But great job tonight. I know you're going to be looking forward to next week. Now, going to run for the overall playoff championship. Are you ready for next week?
I will.
Minus the hardware issue.
Yeah, I will test for sure because I don't want to to see that happen again, and I will try with 40 or something AI with me just to be sure that the audio graphic will be good. But it's not excuse. I just want to focus on driving and not about graphic stuff. So yeah, I'd be ready.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Nick Moreau out there that we've seen all season long with his, I don't know, 145 wins you got this year. So I know you're going to be tough next week, and I'm going to open up the floor for some shout outs. Even though you didn't want to talk to me, I know I'm the second place guy. But go ahead and give us your shout outs.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Transit, as usual. And thanks teammates. It was fun to be there with us with them all year long. So hopefully we'll see you next week.
Hopefully, and there's your second place finisher, Nick Moreau. Brody, I believe you're standing by with Ryan Chapman, and you are the guy that everybody wants to talk to. So bring old Ryan Chapman up here.
Well, I don't know if he's the guy he wants to talk to, but it's certainly the place he wants to talk to me here in Victory Lane with Big Mo. Ryan Chapman getting it done here at Martinsville, man. Congratulations. What a heck of a show you put on here tonight.
Thanks, guys. That was a blast. That was probably the most fun I had out front. I was just tired of the cautions. I'm like, man, can we go green? My truck's better on the long run.
Yeah, there was a lot of restarts for sure, a lot of cautions, and those restarts you had to survive. But luckily, being out front is where you want to be on these restarts. Gets a great, you're able to get a great jump. You even tried the outside at one point. I don't know if that's from boredom or you just wanted some additional information there. But yeah, you were kind of mixing it up out there out front. But yeah, you definitely spent most of the time out front. Probably didn't see much of the carnage and stuff that was going on behind you. But I'm sure you were just hoping, man, let's get a few laps under our belt, get out there and kind of get away from the field like you did that one run.
Yeah, basically. Well, I did see one carnage, Brody, when one of the guys spun in front of me coming out of 2, and I kid you not, I puckered up so heavy. I'm like, no, this is not happening.
I think Ryan's going to need to go to the ER and get part of his chair removed from somewhere after that. I thought about that too because I saw you slamming the brakes and it's like, no. And unfortunately get hit from behind, but you didn't do a full spin, and obviously it didn't damage your truck as much. I wondered how much damage you had after that hit.
Not much, probably some back end damage because he did get me pretty good. But once I knew he was gonna hit me because of the very aggressive maneuver I made to get around him.
Right.
So I kind of just put my foot on the brake a little bit just as he hit me, and then once he fully got me sideways, I kind of locked it up and then just cranked my wheel as far as I could back the other way, trying to keep it from rotating the full distance. And luckily it stayed where I could kind of get it back going.
And it is tough too, because you did slam on the brakes there with the 33. You thought he was coming back up the track, which was scary. I know. And so, yeah, it's just kind of, it was a bad. Now we were watching. I was like, is that our leader? It was. But it didn't derail your night, though, luckily. So you were able to kind of soldier on there and get that pit stop out of the way and resume the lead. So I'm going to hand it to Richie, though. I'm sure Richie's thought up a couple of questions to give to you.
10-4.
I'm going to be thinking about next week. You've won 2 out of the 3 here in this particular round, so you got a lot of steam going into next week. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Mentally, I'm ready. Setup wise, we're still working on some stuff. I mean, it's been a whole year since we really went back to Phoenix at this time and this temperature. So just trying to get back in the realm. I know Nicholas is going to be a real hard fight, just because he always is on those bigger tracks. But I feel like if I can get the set dialed to where I need it like last year, it's gonna be a fun one. That's all I gotta say. If everything goes my way, it's gonna be a fun one. So all I gotta say is look out, Nicholas, because I'm coming for that championship, and I'm coming for that season championship too. So because I know both of the guys, one of them wasn't here, and one of them had a rough night. So I think I might have taken over the points lead for that. So either way, I'm winning one of them championships. I've been so close so many times. It's time.
Well, it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch for sure at Phoenix. You and Nicholas, and then Michael Blackner in the championship for, and we'll see who joins you, because we're not even really sure yet either. We're doing the math to try to figure out who's that fourth guy is going to be out there at Phoenix. So we're looking forward to figuring that out. But we do look forward to a great battle at Phoenix next week. We know you were strong there before. You had pit strategy or caution didn't help you. Kind of caution fell in a bad spot for you. So looking for redemption going out there. I'm sure you're well aware of the situation there and wanting to turn that thing around. How sweet would it taste for a little bit of redemption?
Oh, it's gonna taste beautiful if it happens. There's going to be champagne bottles popping off that truck and everything.
Well, you definitely go in there with a bunch of momentum. 2 wins in this round. You head into Phoenix with some momentum, and we look forward to seeing what you guys can do out there for sure. I'm going to throw you the mic there, let you do your shout-outs and your sponsor plugs tonight after the win at Martinsville.
10-4. I appreciate you guys for doing the broadcast, obviously. Also, Branded for being on board again. That American flag with the gold flying again in the front. Shout out to Richard. I know he was watching. I know he commented a little bit. My mom, Will, my dad, and again, all the guys at Elevated Esports. Can't thank them enough. It just sucks my teammates can't get in and run for this championship with me, but they did put on a strong effort. So hopefully I can bring the title home for the whole team. And all of our sponsors, Victory Fuel, Elevated Outdoors, Gums Auto Center, Gums Napa, just everyone that's over at Elevated. And again, I can't thank them enough. And whoever else out there was rooting for me, thank you also. But yeah.
Who's Will? Who's Will?
Will's my mom's friend.
Oh, okay.
So
you got a few. You got a few cheering for you out there for sure. We were watching chat. We got some of those guys from Branded there watching, and of course Diane, your mom, and Will, and a couple other guys. So you definitely got a support group out there.
Yeah, I know my dad was watching. He doesn't have a YouTube account, so he can't comment, but he texts me every time after the race, talking to me about it and all that. So shout out to him for watching and just supporting what I love to do for a hobby. But yeah, on to Phoenix, and hopefully we can bring home a title this time, because I'm tired of finishing second.
Awesome, man. Well, we look forward to it. We'll see you next week at Phoenix, see if you can get that done.
Thank you, boys. See you next week.
All right, there's your winner tonight, Ryan Chapman, winner of the Martinsville 250. Richie, it started out as a struggle bus of a night. Caution after caution. We finally got some running going, but all night it looked like that 10 truck of Chapman was the truck to beat, and sure enough, it played out that way.
Yeah, and he's going into Phoenix with a full load of steam. He's a little tired, and I think he's going to be tough to beat next week. But we got Nicholas going up against him, who's gotten, like I said, he's got a dozen or so wins throughout the entire season this year. We got Michael Blackner, who could be a sleeper, and we're still waiting on that mystery fourth driver as the points are not been completely updated yet.
Gonna be fun to see for sure. Yeah, you got the storylines. We've got the storyline set for the most part so far. You got Nicholas Moreau, who was strong earlier this season, fell off a little bit and starting to climb back up there. He's going to be strong no matter where we go. Obviously, finished second tonight. He's going to put the pressure on Ryan Chapman. Ryan looking for redemption after last year. Things not working out for him at Phoenix. Is the pressure going to get to him, or is he going to use that pressure to motivate him to perform? You got Michael Blattner going for a championship. He's won a championship before in trucks. It's been a while, but he's done it before. Can he do it again? Absolutely. He's one of the 4 that can make it happen. And then that mystery fourth driver. That's going to be a lot of fun to see how that plays out. So you definitely don't want to miss it next week. Next Wednesday at 9 p.m. It'll be right here on Full Throttle Television. We'll bring you the Phoenix 125 for the truck series, or is it 150K? I can't remember. Either way, you definitely do not want to miss that race. It will come down to the wire, no doubt, with those drivers all finishing towards the front. We'll see who can get it done next Wednesday, 9 p.m. right here on Full Throttle Television for Phoenix. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight from Martinsville Speedway. Your winner tonight, Ryan Chapman. He carries the momentum into next week. We'll see how it plays out. But for everybody at Full Throttle Television, for Richie Coy, my name is Brady Hanna. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it like we did, and we will see you next week at Phoenix.